Three-digit subtraction. One thing that I still noticed yesterday is that we are not doing our B's and our S's. You have to do your B and your S. There's no getting around it. It's going to prevent you from making minor mistakes. So, we need to think about that whenever we are working and solving these problems. Understand? Today, if I do not have you or I do not see you doing the B's and the S's, I'm going to make you start the problem all over again. Understand? Okay, so let's start our introduction. And on our introduction, it's wanting us to draw the picture as well. So, and remember, what happens if I have one number on stack math, but I get a different number when I do my picture? What does that mean that I need to do? Something's wrong. Excellent, Jaden. So let's take a look at it. The club collected 349 books. 173 of those books were fiction. The other books were nonfiction. How many nonfiction books were there? So I have my two numbers, 349 and 173. What is the question that I have to ask myself before I even look at keywords? Benjamin, do you know the total of what? Books. Do I know how many total books they have? Yes, you do. It says they collected 349 books. Please stop. So if I know my total, what am I doing? Subtraction. I suggest my class is paying attention and is ready to work. Okay. They want us to draw the picture to solve it. When I draw my picture, what number do you start with? SM. Always start with the bigger number. Bigger number? Bigger number. How do I draw 349? Face.
300, 4 tens, and 9 ones.
Excellent job. Okay? So I did my 349. Now, when I take away, what place value do I start with? Mario.
You start with the ones.
Excellent. And how many do I need to take away, class?
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. What place value do you go to now? The tens. How many is it telling me that I need to take away?
7.
7 tens. What do you notice?
You don't have enough.
You don't have enough. Emmanuel, if I don't have enough tens, how am I going to get more? Take away 100. If I take that 100 away, what does that give me? 10 tens. Excellent. Well, did I do anything yet with my tens place?
Nope.
No, I didn't. So now, how many do I need to take away? 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? My tens place is done. Now what place value do I need to look at? The hundreds. How many am I taking away?
1.
Okay, I get all of my place values. Now, I can count my picture to see what I get. How many hundreds do I have?
1.
How many tens do I have?
7.
How many ones do I have?
6.
What's my answer?
176.
Okay, 176. just like yesterday, I'm going to pass out some scratch paper. Remember, drawing the picture is only to double check your work. So make sure that you have a scratch piece of paper. Make sure you have a scratch piece of paper. Work hard.
Go to 3rd grade.
No, that was not what Soaring Skyhawks that are ready to go to 3rd grade sound like. Work hard.
Go to 3rd grade.
Thank you. Let's look at number 1. Number 1, the problem says 378 minus 356. 478 minus 356. What is the first question I make you ask yourself before you do anything? Mario. No, that's for word problem. For stack math, what are you doing? Jaden.
Putting your B's or S's.
Putting your B's or your S's.
Am I going to put a B or an S?
Kane. In my ones place, is my 6 bigger or smaller?
Smaller.
So what does that tell me I'm doing?
Subtracting.
8 minus 6.
2.
Okay? No matter what place value, you always have to figure out, do you put a B or do you put an S? Every place value. What about my 5?
Smaller.
It's smaller, so what is that telling me I can do?
Subtracting.
7 minus 5.
2.
7 fingers and you take away 5, how many do you have left?
2.
Thank you. What about my 3?
Smaller.
Smaller. 4 minus 3.
1.
So if I draw my picture and I get a different answer, something is wrong. When I draw my picture, what do I start with? When I draw my picture, what do I start with?
The bigger number.
Thank you, the bigger number. 4 hundredths, 7 ones, 7 tens, and 8 ones. And then now I'm taking away the 356. What place value do you start with? Bless you. Sophia, the ones place, how many am I taking away?
6.
Do I have 6 to take away?
Yes.
Okay. What place value now?
The 2.
How many am I taking away in the tens?
5.
Do I have 5?
Yes.
How many hundreds am I taking away?
3.
Do I have 3 to take away?
Yes.
Now I need to count my picture. How many hundreds do you see?
1.
How many tens?
2.
How many ones?
2.
Your picture and your stack math match.
If you put this number backwards, what's my card line number?
Go ahead and circle number 2. Go ahead and circle 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yes. 5, 6.
Now we're looking at our hot problems. Everybody should be looking at our hot problems. Number 7 says, I'm waiting till we're all in slam position.
worrying about our math right now.
Sam built 2 towers. He used 139 blocks for the first tower. He used 276 blocks for the blocks in all. Which tower did he use more blocks? So what do we know in the story? What information do we know? Faith. Okay, but there's 139 blocks where? If you were looking at the story, thank you, Benjamin. What did you say?
In the first tower.
In the first tower, there was 139. What is 276?
The total.
Why is it the total, Benjamin? Why is it the total? How do you know it's the total? Jaden.
Because it says.
Says what? What? Exactly. Well, most sentences say he used. There's something that tells you that that is his total. I'm sorry. I looked at Omar.
Because the number is big.
No, just because a number is big does not mean it's his total. Bailey.
It says there are 276 blocks in all.
276 blocks in all. Right whenever we have a word problem and it says find how many in all, you're looking for the total, right? So if it says you have this many in all, it is automatically going to be your total. Do we know how many he built in the second tower? No. How could I find out how many he built in the second tower? Emmanuel. Why would I subtract? Because I know the total. Which number is going to go on top?
You should be paying attention to me right here.
What did you say, Emmanuel? I'm sorry. The bigger number. 276 minus 139. So when we do our stack math, what do you notice in our ones place? Amna. The 9 is bigger than my 6. What does that mean that I'm doing? My 7 turns to what? My 6 turns to what? 16 minus 9. 16 minus 9. 7. What do you notice about my 3? It's smaller, so I can
Subtract.
6 minus 3.
3.
What do you notice about my 1? 2 minus 1. So the second tower had 137 blocks. What did the question ask us? Which tower did he use more blocks? Which tower did he use more blocks? Why was it the first one, Diego?
Because 137 is less than 139.
139 is more than 137. So it was the first tower. This next problem is kind of tricky. You gotta listen. There were 375 puzzle pieces in the box. Liz took 190 pieces out of the box. 95 of those pieces were placed in the puzzle. How many pieces are still in the box? You have 3 numbers there. Am I going to use all 3 of them? Why would I not use all 3 of them? Nathan? No. They give us 3 numbers. You can do 3 numbers in subtraction. You just have to do it bit by bit. But am I going to use all 3 of these numbers?
No.
Why?
Because I have them already placed down.
Did it ask how many? It asked how many were what?
Still in the box.
Still in the box. She had 375 and she took out 190. Do I need to know how many of those 190 she actually placed in the puzzle? No, I don't. So which number am I not going to use?
95.
95. Thank you, Isabella. I don't need to know how many of those she placed. I just need to know how many she took out of the box. What is the first question you always ask yourself? Do I know how many total puzzle pieces there were?
Yes.
Yes, I do. So I'm assuming that I'm going to subtract. What else do I know, keyword-wise?
Take away.
Bailey.
List.
Liz took. So if you know the total and you have the keyword took, what are you doing? Subtracting. So you're going to do 375 minus 190. Go ahead and solve the problem. We're solving the problem. First of all, what are you taking home? Okay. What do you notice about my ones place? Mario.
0 is smaller than the 5.
So what does that mean that I can do?
Subtract
5 minus 0. What do you notice about my 9? Bailey. It's bigger. So that means I'm going to be doing what? My 3 turns to what?
2.
My 7 turns to what?
17.
17 minus 9.
8.
What do you notice about my 1?
It's smaller.
2 minus 1.
1.
What's your answer?
185.
You need to do 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. My answers will be up here. You need to check them. When you are done and you got those problems right, you need to answer the back. My answers will be up here. Remember, you are only cheating yourself if you come up here and check your answers and they're wrong, and You didn't go back and correct them.